Welcome to today's 3D print. This is part 3. I decided, you know something, screw it. I'm just going to take it apart so you guys can see how it goes together. I already took out the screws, so you don't have to sit there and watch me unthread these. But, take out the 3 screws. This piece comes out. As you can see, this whole entire piece will slide out once you unthread it. And you can see how easily it just spins like nothing. And this comes out. And here's your pieces. Remember, this is 3 pieces. This is 1 piece, and these are 2 pieces. This is your locking collar. This threads into this. I want to show you how easily. I did no cleanup, no sanding, no cleaning the threads of either part. This thing just spins in like it's nothing. And this is how it spun in the first time I tried it. It just spun right in like it was nothing. This works so effortlessly, I can spin it out just by twirling it. That's how clean these threads are. They're just amazing. Diodepress, you did an absolutely fantastic job of modifying this to allow it to work. It just gets awkward at the end because this keeps hitting stuff. This end comes out. I'm not going to pull it apart because I think I'd break it. So you slide this in and you pop the cap in and you're done. That slides into your handle. I had to run it back and forth a couple times because I had a sloppy print, but beyond that, no big deal. In the future, there's a hole in the end of this, and this slides into that hole. Okay, I had to clean up the hole a tiny bit, but otherwise I just friction fitted it in. I didn't even have to glue it. I am going to modify this if I print it again, assuming Diodepress doesn't modify it before I do. I'm going to cut this end off, and I'm going to copy this end and paste it on the end of here so that both ends have a hole, and this is a flat tube. That will allow me to print this tube on the print bed, which I'll get much better adhesion, because this wanted to lift off the support. I actually had to hold it down when I actually finally printed it. I actually had to take a lighter, a torch lighter, and melt it a little bit into the support structure a little bit so this would hold down and allow it to finish printing it, and it did. It was fine. This was difficult to print. Simplify 3D makes very good support that releases easily, but it releases a little too easily for this because none of this was actually touching the bed except for this little tip right here. So by taking both ends off, you'll be able to actually have full length of this touching the print bed, and you'll get better adhesion. And you could probably do it without support. I don't think you'll need support at all if you do it as its own separate part. So I am going to experiment with that. The only support I needed for this was in here to make sure this got a clean break, and the support came out super easy as expected. You can see how clean it is in there. Let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Very little cleanup. I just tore the support out and ran my knife through there real quick just to make sure it was clean. Had no problem. And here's the end of the part. You can see. You can see where it was separating when it tried to peel up, and I had to melt it back together. It was trying to curl. I don't know why. But take a look at this lead screw. This is as printed. I made no attempt to clean this up. I just threaded the bugger right in. This is printed at 210 millimeters using Smart Buy 1.75 millimeter PLA. 17 bucks a kilogram off Amazon. It's dirt cheap and it's very good. I've had nothing but perfect results from it, and I love the color too. But it also prints good. It's a good strong part. I mean, I can't easily break this. I mean, I probably could break it if I really tried, but I'm not going to, of course. I can feel it flex a little bit, and that's it. This is very good. I like this. This part required a little bit of cleanup because of the, you can see it here. See how the bottom layer splays out a little bit? Well, that of course happened here and here as well, because this is where it attached to the PEI. So I just took my knife and cleaned up along that edge to get rid of that little excess width, no problem. And then you line this up, you work it around until you get the bugger to go in there. Once you get it to go in there, you push it all the way in, you wiggle it until you can get it back out. You push it in, you take it out, you push it in, you take it out, and you keep doing that until you see how easily it goes in for me, where it gives me very little resistance going in or coming out. Once you get to that point, then you can thread it together and get that in there. I gotta hurry up, I'm reaching the end of my time limit here. Thread this in there. Once you have that threaded in there, you insert your locking collar after you've cleaned up your holes, of course, and then you thread the little bugger together. Once you get these started, you thread them in, being careful not to over tighten. You will strip the plastic, and that's it. Now what this does is it locks this piece to this piece so that when you unscrew this, it actually pulls this apart. And that's it.